Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. We are here once again to continue along our pirate campaign. This time we are in the, we're already in the, fucking menu here because, we're gonna be doing a bunch of refits. Or at least some, not really extensive, more just quickly swapping out for oil 3 and 2 propellant 2. That's about it. Not much else. This is mostly just to provide ourselves with a little bit better equipment for when we go to war with the United States. Or China, whichever one we end up going with first. We're gonna go to war with one of them. I don't know which one we're going to war with first. Oh, nope, forgot to put that there. We will get properly started up here in a moment. As usual, just gonna post in a few places that I am live. Ah, shit. Put that in the wrong fucking place again. Uh... Hope everyone's day is going well. Yeah, today's stream is going to be a little bit shorter because of the delayed start while fucking around with trying to get as many of these boats done as possible. There it is. Alright. I almost finished up everything, but I figured I might as well pull up the thing and actually show some of what I'm fucking doing. So, and then there's at least something for tonight. Two powder. There really isn't much that we're doing. We're just trying to get a little extra power out of our equipment. There we go. That saves quite a bit of weight. We cannot move to semi-auto reloading, unfortunately. Or we should be able to move to electric hydro, too, on the rotation. Cap ballistic shells. That's probably about it. I don't think we're going to be able to fit an auxiliary 4. Yeah, auxiliary 4 is unavailable. That's what we'll have to do. Can make the barrels a little longer. Get that little extra firepower out of them. Little extra range, little extra piercing. Yeah, first half of this is definitely not going to be the fun part. The fun part's going to come later, but yeah, first half is definitely not going to be all that fun. Alright, destroyer. Oh, why don't you fit anymore? That's annoying. Oh, that's a little more firepower lost. What are these caliber guns? 3? Swap them out for dual barrel ones. Auto reload. Oxygen-based torpedoes. Increase the length on those barrels. It's already the smallest it can go. This one weighs 41 tons. That one weighs less, so it gets installed. Can we get some range back? Range back and an auxiliary 4 engine. That should make this thing quite a bit better at its job. And the torpedo range is now 21.7 kilometers. Nice. Alright, so delete the old destroyer. On to the next one. This one being torpedo boat. Ugh. Well, the guns have been upgraded at the very least. Oxygen-based torpedoes. Would like at least auto-reloading, so that way then we can get these guns, and these torpedoes firing a bit faster. Oh, these are 3-inch guns. Surprised I outfitted this torpedo boat with 3-inch guns. I usually don't authorize 3-inch guns for torpedo boats. Usually I've been keeping the torpedo boats with just 1.1-inch guns. Because they don't live very long, and the bigger the caliber of gun, the more expensive the boat is. Onto the Dragoon. At least I think that's how it's pronounced. This one has the 1.1-inch guns. Considering our 3-inch guns got an upgrade, I'm sure that our 2-inch guns also got an upgrade. I haven't been keeping track of that. Yeah, they upgraded. Alright, new engine output, new torpedoes. I don't think we're going to be able to get these things up to 21 inch. Yeah. 20-inch torpedo is more than enough to deal with most things. Might as well add the super heavy shells, give these guns a little bit more ability to punch through a target. Fair, it ain't much. But 5 inches of armor penetration isn't bad for going up against destroyers. It's not the worst armament. It's definitely not the greatest thing in the world, but it's not the worst. Can we go diesel? No, we cannot. Not without sacrificing a bit of range. So we'll just stay with geared turbine 2. Steam geared turbine 2 is a pretty decent engine in this game, especially for older vessels, because it can get you up to a pretty decent speed while also not taking all that much up in weight. It'll cost a fortune, though, to use. However, we do not care about the fortune cost that it's going to take to continue to use such an outdated engine at this point, considering we have diesel. Alright, we're almost through the last of the boats. Why don't you fit anymore? That was weird. That gives us just a slight bit more engine efficiency. Should be able to get up to auto-reloading 2, considering we already have auto-reloading 1. Not really sure there's much, if any, room anywhere else. I can shave off a bit of weight on the casemates. That gives me a little bit more room to work with. Upping the belt armor just a bit. Downgrading this to 1.5. Can we get super heavy shit? That was the wrong button. Fuck. I meant to hit the undo button. Shit, what boat was I on? Alright, we just did the Dragoon, so that means it was the... yeah, it was this one. Ugh. What if I drag it out to here? Can I put another one over here? Should be more than enough space to put it like this. Apparently it's colliding with the gun there. Yeah, that's a little annoying. Yeah, it was fine sitting there before. I don't know why it suddenly decided it can't sit there anymore. Heavy shells and auto reloading is about all we're going to be able to get out of this thing. They're decent upgrades to be sure, but not much more to say other than that. Probably could rip out those 3-inch turrets and replace some of the torpedo tube launcher. Probably would be a mildly better option than what I currently have there. But we'll consider that for the next refit. Lots of random occurrences here. Slight rotation and it just works. Let's see. We definitely need 2 powder. Reloading 2. You could definitely use Hydra 3. Can we fit Sonar 1? Yeah, we can fit Sonar 1. That's about all we can fit on you, though. Unless I cut back the armor on the casemates, then we can fit a little bit more. Conic Rangefinder 5. We can fit a Conic Rangefinder 5. Sonar 2. We can fit Sonar 2. Alright, I think that's a decent amount of upgrades done to this thing. I do like this little light cruiser. It is a very nice light cruiser. Very nice, very decent. Could probably fit a torpedo launcher there. Give her some long-range torpedo capabilities, but I don't think she's got enough room for that shit at this point. I've installed a lot of stuff on this boat. That's definitely something that isn't going to fit. I'm not going to bother doing an upgrade to the ships that we're selling because they already got a refit in 1926, and the 1926 refits are already fine enough for what we're using them for. It's more the fact that I'm just, since this war ended as quickly as it did, I want to get the ships at least semi-updated before we go into the next conflict. Just to get the extra fuel and shit. Just to get the fuel, the new torpedo ammo types. Can we go down to induced? No. Still has to be forced. That's your Hydra 2. 2 powder 2. Still can't go up to auto reload. Can upgrade the length on the 11.5s to full length now. They are now full caliber. Well, full length guns. At least as full length as we're able to provide. Up the armor on the superstructure and the inner belt. She's already got Electro Hydro. I don't think she needs super heavy shells. She definitely isn't going to be able to field a triple hull. Yeah, no way in hell she's able to field that. Wouldn't be able to field a turtleback armor scheme either. Not even the auxiliary 4 engine. I guess I can give her a sonar 1. That'll at least help her out a little bit. Could up these to triples. You'd think that a casemate would be able to fit in that slot there. Could upgrade these to quads. I should be able to upgrade these to quads without any issues. Not sure if I can replace the lower ones with quads. I can replace the lower ones with quads. Oh, now she's got her anti-aircraft armament. Not that I'm sure it'll do much of anything. Upgrade her fore and aft belts. And that will do it for the Zara, one of our oldest captured vessels. Alright, let's see what we got here. Down to our torpedo boats, I believe. I do find the torpedo boat hulls kind of disappointing. Because they're all the same generic hull. Even though torpedo boats had quite a variety of hulls, including ones with integrated torpedo launchers, like forward-facing locked torpedo launchers, like side-mounted off the side of the boat torpedo launchers. Like, they had a lot of designs for torpedo boats, and they very much don't use any of them in this game. Anyway, we now have 21.7 kilometers on these torpedoes. And how many 11 kilometers on our guns, so these torpedo launchers actually now outrange our 1.1 inch guns, which is kind of impressive. I don't think we can install a diesel engine on here, though. Never mind, I was mistaken. Apparently it fits just fine in this dinky little boat. In fact, it has quite a bit of engine efficiency. How far down can we go with funnels? This will be like one of the biggest changes in the boat's history. Can we add another torpedo launcher? No. Sadly not. What we can probably do is actually upgrade the tower. That'll give her a little bit more accuracy with her guns. And a little bit more ease of ability to control the ship. Also means I can pull these launchers back a bit so that then they have a little bit more room to fire. Now she's a little bit more balanced weight-wise. So yeah, this is like the first major upgrade of this boat that like is actually helped it out a bit. Get those guns a little bit longer so then they can shoot out a little bit farther. Can we fit the 21-inch torpedo on these? No. If I hadn't have upgraded the tower, probably. But, yeah. 20-inch torpedo, 21-kilometer range. That's not bad for this era. Alright, let's see here. And now we're on to the Pigeon. Which, if it's anything like the Phoenix, should be able to take on a diesel engine upgrade. And we might be able to get more torpedo launchers installed. Might. That depends if she can fit the upgrade. Alright, it's gonna have to be this funnel here. No, she cannot fit an additional torpedo launcher, unfortunately. I don't think she can fit a better tower either. Tower 4. She could fit in advanced tower 1. And put that back. I'd probably have to remove this, the super firing barbette, if I wanted to do that. How much do these guns weigh? 1.1. Can I just install one of these here? No, because it comes with all the ammo for it as well. Forgot. 5.8. That's how much it weighs in total. To be fair, I could move these backwards to spread them out a bit. That way then they have a little bit more room to work with. That way then they can have a little bit of a better firing arc in more directions. These ones have pretty bad firing arcs because of this barbette that's here, but yeah, pulling these back should help spread some of the weight backwards too. So that should make these a little bit better. A little bit more survivable. Ugh. Alright, and that's the last of the boats. Only took about 40 minutes. That is all the boats, other than obviously the ones that we sell to our allies, which will remain out of date until the actual major overhaul of the fleet, rather than this minor fuel update, more or less, and update to the gun propellants. Did I do it for the... I didn't do it for these, did I? Fuck. I forgot about the recently, well, not as recently, but the captured German warships that we have sitting around that do kind of need some of these smaller technological advancements to help make them a little bit more useful. Because they didn't get too much in terms of what I could do. See about fixing you up a little bit further. Obviously upgrade to tube powder. Auto reloading 2. Give you sonar. Should we upgrade you to a Citadel 5? Probably not at the moment. Citadel 4 is decent enough for what you're doing. Do I want to increase the caliber on your 10-inch guns? Not really. I don't like going in I like to go to 0.5 on guns if I can. 10.3. It should be fine. She's got decent protection. I'm definitely not swapping her out for diesel because yeah, I guess I'll see how much I'll have to deal with on the diesel engine. Quite a bit. She'd have quite a little bit of engine efficiency, but not enough to justify the change. Probably could have used the 3 points I put into fucking making those guns a bit bigger to put in a casemate or two of 5-inch to provide the boat a little bit more defense against small ships, because she is a little bit underarmed in terms of being able to defend against smaller vessels. She's only got 3 5-inch guns on each side with impaired turrets, of course. Yeah, she is just a little bit underpowered for such things. Over to the Condor, the German one, not the one that we built. Obviously give it tube powder 2, auto reloading 2, upgrade it to oxygen torpedoes, so that way then it's one torpedo launcher can fire their torpedoes out to quite the range. Can we go 22-inch torpedo? We can go 22-inch torpedo. Firing 4 torpedoes of the 22-inch caliber. Decent amount of torpedoes. No real upgrades to the armor that we can do. Can upgrade the 1.1-inch guns to be a little bit longer, so that way then they can send their shells just that little bit farther. I don't think she would take well to a diesel engine upgrade. What about an auxiliary engine? Oh, she can upgrade to an auxiliary engine 4. That should increase her survivability just that little bit extra. Hello, gently used frog. 22-inch torpedo is quite large. That's almost 2 feet across. Like, that is a large torpedo. And that is widthwise, not lengthwise. It happens to the best of us. Uh, yes, yes, it is. Let's see here. Move over to oil 3. Immediately installed tube powder, oxygen torpedoes. Can we get 21-inch 22-inch torpedo? Nope. Stuck with the 21-inch torpedo on these ones. Auto reload 2 can fit that just barely. How about an armor upgrade? Nope. Length on the guns? Nope. Alright, that'll have to do for that one. Yeah, well, just look at this 5-inch gun barrel compared to this 21-inch torpedo launcher. Like you can quite see the difference. Alright, this is DD-34. Now on to the Prince. Oh, Jesus. The turret's updated. They don't fit anymore. That's a little disappointing. That one just doesn't like the way those casemates are placed. Just, rotate those guns so they're stored to a degree. Alright, well, we lost a set of guns, which isn't great. However, we can maybe fix that. Let's see. 8.9-inch guns. Jesus, that is quite a bit of weight. But you know, we might be able to fit it. There we go. That fixes the issue of losing a pair of guns, because we now have more guns. Now the turrets just have those guns stored in them, so you know, we may have one less turret, which means we're a little bit more susceptible to losing access to more guns, but you know, it should be fine. Should be. Upgrade to tube powder. Can we get an auxiliary 4 engine? We can get the auxiliary 4 engine. Alright. This should be decent-ish at surviving. She's gonna struggle a little bit, but other than that, she should be fairly fine. Yeah, a little bit sad we had to lose that additional forward gun, but forward turret, because that weighs a bit less than upgrading both of those to triples, but it works. Alright, and on to the Kaiser and the last destroyer, and then we're officially through all of the fucking ships that need refitting. Some of them did get a major upgrade in terms of their guns being upgraded, whereas other ones, it's mostly just the oil. It's mostly just the oil and the propellant for their shells. Not much more to be said about that. Of course, you are also filing a complaint. Move you forward a bit. You have a decent selection of fire. Oh, it's you that's complaining. Move you forward a bit. Upgrade to tube powder. I don't think we're going to be able to get semi-reloading. Go past semi-reloading. Yeah. I would like more shells, but I don't... Oh, nope, we can just barely fit more shells. Few extra shells, boys. Some more worthwhile ammunition. Upgrade the 4-inchers so that then they have a little extra protection. Not much, just a little bit. Yeah, everything else looks fine on here. I'd consider adding in a casemate, but yeah, that would instantly throw the price of this up by quite a bit. And it wouldn't do much. We already have quite a decent protective armament of this ship. Ugh. Let's see here. Final destroyer. This one got a little bit of the short end of the stick, being equipped with a 1.1 inch gun like my gunboats, rather than like my torpedo boats, rather than the other destroyers where they got 4 or 5 inch guns. One of them getting a 3-inch gun caliber. Oil 3. Pretty sure that's as small as these funnels go. TNT 4, 2 powder, oxygen-based torpedo, auto reload 2, upgrade the length on the 1.1 inch gun. I'm going to move you forward so that way then I can upgrade you to a triple barrel. There we go. Now it's got 3 barrels instead of 2. A little bit more firepower to send down range. As for the torpedoes, I don't think I'm going to be able to get these up to 22 inch. Yeah. Can we go diesel? Oh, we can go diesel. That does increase her range by quite a bit. Especially considering she only really has, like, the one gun. And this is one of my more silly, ships with its loadout. Let's see. If I drop this back to depth charge is 1, can we fit the 22-inch torpedo? We can fit the 22-inch torpedo. Alright, so how much of this can I get back? Alright, depth charge is 3 is as far up as that is willing to go. Depth charge is 3 should be fine. I do like the 22-inch torpedo. It is big, it has long range, and it blows up extremely big. So that should give these boats quite a bit of additional stopping power against, well, I mean, they gained some stopping power against warships, they lost some stopping power against submarines. And then we have our 2 recently designed ships, because to make up for what the fucking Japanese did to us, which was crash the game and make it to where we're gonna have to fight them in another war fucking again. Ugh. Fortunately, we can't fight them now because they are... We just ended up destroying basically all of their shit. So now we have to wait. And wait we shall. Again, ordering the refits of all of our boats. So that way then everything is brought up to date. Because we need all of these boats being upgraded to their new standards. We have a lot of space for boats these days. So we should be able to get quite a few of them under refit. All the condors should be more than able to get refitted. I am thinking of next time I refit the condors, downsizing their casemate armament of 2-inch guns. Because, yeah, they have a lot of those, and they weigh a shit ton. So, producing further upgrades on those has been a bit of a challenge. Alright, get the Blue Jays refitted. Everything shouldn't take too long to refit. It's all fairly simple, just swapping out the fuel, swapping out the propellant, upgrading the torpedo types. Other ones, there are extensive modifications being done to the ships themselves. Some of them had a little bit of a funny time in the dockyard. Just a few of them. Not all of them had a funny time in the dockyard, but a few of them had a funny time in the dockyard. Get all these ships under refit. And then when we go to war next, we'll have a fairly... Okay, we're a little bit over our shipbuilding capacity. Just a little bit. We can handle the increase to our cost. I love how the first turn we take, and immediately it's like, yeah, you're gonna have to wait a bit. To be fair, next time we go to war with Japan, Croatia is definitely coming with us. We will be taking Croatia from the Japanese, because that should have quite a high value to it because of how costly it is to invade it. So we should be able to take it off of them and get quite a bit of victory points from it. Yeah, it's annoying that we're in 1931 and we have now failed twice to get a battleship from the Japanese. Technically, we succeeded in getting a battleship from the Japanese and then proceeded to lose it because the game decided to crash and revert us back to the war when it was counted as over. But instead of giving us the peace deal to redo, no, we got nothing. Basically, the Japanese rewound time and slapped all of the people that were in the negotiating room and told them they're not allowed to have anything, and they were just like, yeah, fine, I guess. I guess we're not getting anything. And then went home. Really, it's gonna... Status. Where's my construction ships? You too. Suspend. Thank you. That instantly freed up space for all the ships that needed refitting. That only needed 1 month of refitting. No. 2 powder 3, thanks. Right after I do research. Right after I refit those. Let's move you over to explosives. Actually, let's move you over to torpedo propulsion. I'd like to push my torpedoes as far as they can go. Back to ship design here. Probably should be able to get all the ducts on the refitting yard. Yeah, we should be able to get all the ducts on the refitting yard without overflowing our dockyard. Brazil wants a Seagull class 2 class battleship, sure thing. Ottoman Empire wants a Seagull class. Ship design. Let's get these destroyers refitted. This battleship refitted. More destroyers to be refitted. Yeah, my destroyers do not have a standard. They are just... They're either heavily focused on torpedoes or a odd mix of guns and torpedoes. The Ouija. I quite like this one. I like this one a lot. There's space for a torpedo launcher there. I really should use it at some point when we have some more free weight on this thing, because that thing is very much pushing whatever tonnage it can handle. Can we get all the Phoenixes under refit? Yes. Serbia is really dedicated to taking back Macedonia. Like, they are extremely committed to that. Better torpedo protection and all that jazz. Upgrade the pigeons. Upgrade the Ostmark. The Ostmark being the new pride of the Caribbean raiding squadron, being their command ship. I really do need to get a few more battlecruisers to send down there because I like the idea of having the raiding squadron being commanded by battlecruisers, considering they are big, imposing, and can go faster than my battleships. They can keep up with the light cruisers, so they are a lot more appropriate to pair down there than they would be to pair with the battleship lines. That's all the ships under refit. Who do we have the most tensions with? The United States. Ironically enough, everyone else is starting to like me. But they only have one battleship, so it's not really gonna be good for us to go in on the United States when all they have is a single battleship. China, on the other hand, has 3 battleships. So they are a lot more interesting to potentially go to war with. Brazil wants a boat. Of course, our allies are probably going to end up eventually buying the new ships that I designed. Because those are a bit more, quite a bit more advanced than anything that we have in the field. Other than the stuff we stole from Germany, because that's pretty recent. Ugh. Ugh. Come on, turn, just tick over. Yeah, China's probably going to be our next target entirely because they have a battleship. They have more battleships, so they're a bit more worthwhile of a target. Unlike the unlike the Americans, who very much now no longer have a battleship because apparently they went and lost it to the Germans. How? There is like Germany has been reduced to a couple of islands. I don't think they own any, like, actual land territory anymore. You know, all they own is islands. They're just a couple of islands. I mean, there's a decent number of people on these islands, and they still make a decent budget. But seriously, United States, you're telling me you went and lost your one and only battleship to the Germans? Alright, we're gonna increase tensions with the Chinese again. I think you guys were waiting on the ships to be built. We'll start deploying. Start getting operations underway for fleets that are fully ready to go. Because China has a lot of influence in Africa. So we want to make sure that they don't get to keep that. So we will deploy our squadrons. Quite a bit of force. We'll also need to deal with Thailand. So we will deploy a squadron here. We will actually deploy you guys. You guys will go over here to help out with the Africa thing. Whose line is this? I think this is the Brest squadron. You guys are going to actually... I guess just head over here and block up the Red Sea. Prevent enemy ships from being able to go through it. As for you guys hang out up here. And the Milena group, you're actually smaller, so you're gonna head to Thailand. Oh, you guys are waiting for your ship to be refitted. You're gonna hang out over here, actually. And be ready to take these islands. No, I'm not gonna agree to an alliance with the Germans. Oh, Ottoman Empire with like a Villars-class light cruiser. Sure thing. Fleets are slowly arriving in their positions. No, we're not making an alliance with the Soviets. Select class battleship, sure thing. Alright, the light cruisers are done. They're being commissioned first. As for the group in Milan... Manila. That's how I'm going to pronounce it from now on, because that's at least closer to what it actually is. Hopefully, deploying my fleet in large numbers will interest the Chinese into a potential war. Heavy cruisers can be bigger now. La-di-da. Honestly gonna move this over to hull construction to speed that along a bit. How's our relations with the Chinese? Very slowly decreasing. Now that I have a large-scale force deployed throughout the area, they're a lot more less chill with my existence. The United States is clashing with Germany. Again, I'm pretty sure there ain't going to be much left of the Germans at this rate. They've created plans for a new battleship. Germany, that's bold of you to assume you can still field a battleship. China just keeps ignoring our, like, attempts to harass them. Like, they can see that I have a squadron literally parked here. Alright, so... I think you definitely needed a light cruiser. You could probably do with another light cruiser since you only have 7. Who else is on an uneven number of light cruisers? You're on an uneven number of light cruisers. Alright, you get one. You don't get one. What about you guys? You have 3 light cruisers. You have 4, so yeah, you're definitely getting one. I think you probably lost one. So you can have a light cruiser. Those heavy cruisers should be done soon. Still building up our shipyard capacity. Ugh. At the very least, we're in a lot of places now putting out our power projections, so China is very much going to be unhappy. Japan is invading Slovenia? I'm surprised they have enough influence to actually do that. Never heard of them. Now, 13-inch Mark IV guns, though I don't think we actually have any Mark IV. I don't think we have any ships equipped with a 13-inch gun. Let's see, 13-inch gun. Let's see, anything got a 13-inch gun? 13-inch gun. Let's see, 13-inch gun. 13-inch. No, 11, 10, 11.5, 12. 10.3. Yeah, I have not gone beyond, like, a 12-inch gun. Now that I think about it, I really probably should design a ship that has more firepower than a... Actually, I'm pretty sure I have a 14-inch gun carrier, gunslinger. Also, radar 2. That'd be very nice to have. Too bad we're not going to have it for this war. We'll have it for next war, but definitely not this war. I think the, yeah, you have a 14-inch gun. Several 14-inch guns, as a matter of fact. Oh yeah, I forgot to check you. You have only 3 light cruisers. Alright. We'll dispatch one of you to you. You can have that one. You only have 2 heavy cruisers. You really could use another heavy cruiser. You also only have 2 heavy cruisers. You have 10 of them. Which squadron needs some more? You have 4 battleships. You also have 4 battleships, but you have less weight in tonnage. Yeah, you guys can have the Strasbourg. Advanced Fire Control 2 is now available. Crew Training Doctrine 4. I mean 6. Sogun class battleships have been sold once again. Politics. Increased tensions with the Chinese. Japan has gone through another revolution. They are now a democracy again. Who's in charge? The Nationalist Party. That's who's in charge. I don't think I've ever seen in this game a country go from democracy to one of the other government types. It's always either you're a monarchy, a constitutional monarchy, or democracy. No, we don't need you, China. Advanced bulkhead protection, smoke composition. Solar 2 class. They keep ignoring me. Motherfuckers. Sons of bitches. They just keep ignoring me. More money. Come on. We just need to keep insulting the Chinese, and eventually we'll get a war. Fully welded hull. Improved torpedo propulsion. Hooray! They actually took me serious for 5 seconds. Slovenia might actually end up falling into the hands of the Japanese. Which is interesting. Well, Serbia didn't manage to get Macedonia back. They, you think they'd move on and just take Bosnia. Like, it's right next door. You'd think. But again, the ground AIs in this game can be, quite a frustrating bunch to work with. Still wants a Villars. Ottoman Empire wants a Sigil class. We will make an official protest. Send a fleet. Mostly because I own the Suez. How is Japan making a play on the Suez when I own it? Only money for the Navy. Money is only for the Navy, and that is it. Money does not go anywhere else. Enhanced survivability, enhanced submarines, even though we don't have submarines because we can't steal submarines, so we don't get submarines. If I could pirate submarines, I would. It'd be funny. It'd be nice if our ground troops would take some of these inner Africa territories, since there's quite a few of them. And they would be a nice boon to the economy. Nice little additional bit of budget. Not like we need it. Considering our monthly balance is 15, like, what's that? Let's see, million, let's see, 1,000 million, billion. Yeah, 15 billion. Yeah, we do not need the additional money, especially since our current funds are, fuck, I dropped my little fidget toy. Where'd it go? Where'd that thing go? Where'd it go? I was fidgeting with it, and then I dropped it. Where'd it go? There'd it go. That's where it is. Anyway, back to my line of thought here. We have 1,000 million, billion, trillion, $2 trillion in budget. We are making bank. Obviously, we want to continue to piss off the Chinese. Has that heavy cruiser I sent over there made it yet? Yes, it has. It is taking us a while to fucking do shit. No alliance with the Soviet Union. Oh, great. More shit that I can't use. Eventually, we're gonna get back to a challenge run where I can build shit, but right now, that is not what we get. We don't get to build shit, except for that one exception, and obviously the start of the campaign, but other than the one exception that we had a long time ago. I mean, not all that long ago, because of the, the war with Japan was literally last stream. Lasted the entirety of that stream, and, crashed that stream. I would like less unrest, please. Japan have taken British Somaliland. Oh wait, no, they failed to take British Somaliland. I was gonna say, if they succeeded, I'd be surprised. Considering the size of the fucking British Navy compared to the Japanese Navy. Mark II 17-inch guns. Like, we have a lot of advanced firepower. We really should try to use it. I don't have many firing platforms that can fit those caliber of guns, though, is the problem. Oh, the United States and Japan have allied together to fight the Germans. Guys, you're kicking a man while he's down. You didn't need to go all out. I mean, at this rate, the Americans might end up building a large enough fleet. That's 7 battleships. Okay, yeah, we're still dedicated to the whole fighting China thing. Where the fuck oh, you're trying to take Portuguese Congo. I was wondering what the fuck they were trying to seize. Because it looked like they were marching on my territory, even though they're my ally. But no, they are, they're marching on British territory. Yeah, hopefully we can start this war sooner rather than later. What? Oh, the Soviet Union is now invading Croatia while Japan is trying to take Slovenia. I hope that doesn't work, because if they lose Croatia, I'm not going to be too happy, because oh, I didn't even know they owned roads. Fuck, I'm going to have to deal with that. Where's the Brazilian squadron? I can have them come over and deal with it. Alright, I'm gonna also move you so that way then you're a bit out of their way. Don't want you guys randomly deciding to merge with them for no reason. Which I find stupid. Ugh. Still would like another battlecruiser. I only have the one. And we were lucky to get just one battlecruiser. Because Germany was not willing to hand over much. And they were basically completely disintegrated by the time we got anything from them. So we're lucky to have gotten anything off of the Germans. Though they still had quite a fair bit left after the war. So I would have liked to have gotten more. Unfortunately, we didn't, because of the several failed invasions of Prussia. Just didn't go well. World peace is a waste of money. Give me the money instead. Because clearly I need more of it. Clearly, I don't have enough money to make sure that we can keep the French Republic safe. We span many seas. Many, many seas. Who is allied with China? That would be Serbia, the Dutch, the Danish, and the Canadians. So, I don't really have to worry about Denmark. They're kind of just exiled to Greenland and Iceland. Canada isn't really much of a problem. I'm not really going to be going over to the New World anytime soon. I guess I could probably go over here and take Newfoundland or Nova Scotia to act as a forward operating base for an eventual war with the Americans. Maybe even British Columbia if I wanted. But there really isn't much over there. Oh, there's some Danish islands here. Huh. I'll have to deal with those. Serbia is honestly not going to be much of a problem. I don't think Albania is going to have any problems defending itself. Our army forces are at 100%, so we should be able to handle any of that. Let's see, it was Canada, Denmark, Serbia. Who the hell else was was on the list? Blame Japan. Always blame Japan. They are allied with the Netherlands as well, who have been exiled to a couple of islands in the Pacific. Well, I'm probably not going to do much about that, honestly. As long as they don't shoot at me, I'm not really going to be all inclined to shoot at them. Oh, and the Germans are now helping the Soviets invade Croatia, so, yeah, that's going to become a Soviet territory soon. We have this very weird Cold War going on here. The French allies on one side and the Russian allies on the other. In a weird divide down the middle. Really weird divide. But yeah, considering the number of ships the Chinese have, I don't think we're going to have a struggle getting a war started with them. More money. Fuck the United States. Listen, we have a lot of people that we just don't give a shit about. Yeah. Thankfully, China isn't at a war with anyone yet. They are probably going to end up in a war with the Soviets at the rate shit's going. But as for my allies, they should be pretty well equipped with ships and shit. And they ignored me again. But yeah, we are causing a lot of world tension with the Chinese. Invested in the economy because I'd like to get rid of that unrest there. 23-inch torpedo. Low noise tubes. Armed merchant cruisers. The Ottoman Empire would like to order a boat. Yeah, I'm not sure there's much need to upgrade that size any further, but you know what? Fuck it. We'll keep pushing those torpedoes. We'll see how big we can make these damn things. Begun, the war has, and Britain has broken their alliance with me. Fair enough. Alright, we're gonna go with Rhodes first. What the fuck is Rhodes? The Deconines Islands. Start our naval invasions here. Take these and then start pushing into Africa. Start putting some pressure on the Chinese ports. Start putting them under siege. We'll definitely need to take Thailand early because I don't want to have any of my provinces here get attacked from both this and that. Oh, Hong Kong is controlled by the Chinese as well. I did not realize that. We can take Hong Kong from the Chinese. Yeah, that is honestly kind of what I expected. Wars erupted between the Soviet Union and China. Well, there goes those transports. Goodbye, transports. Goodbye, enemy transports. And an enemy battle group has arrived to try and break our blockade around Thailand. Ugh. Put the light cruisers together. You hang out with the torpedo boats. As usual, arm your AP, save on your ammunition. Here we have the debut of, I forgot what I called these guys. I think they're the Cardinal class. With 9-inch dual guns. They are pretty decent. Load AP, please. Cruising speed is 13. Torpedo boats, please stand by. Actually, you guys follow the light cruisers. You guys follow the battleships. Actually, follow the heavy cruisers. Oh shit, I forgot you guys have torpedo launchers. These heavy cruisers are pretty good at, oh shit. Hard turn, hard turn. Harder, 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 harder. Damn it, that's a hit. Never mind. Keep turning. We're good. We're good. Okay, the Chinese do have decent torpedo range. 12 kilometers. Good to know. It's a good thing the heavy cruisers went in first and not the battleships. Could have been a lot more disaster. Ah shit, we lost the Milan. Shit. I wasn't paying attention to the light cruisers. Fuck. Shit. That was one of our good ones too, wasn't it? Oh, no, never mind. That was a Condor. Never mind. She was one of our shittier ones. Shit, those are friendly torpedoes. Who the hell fired these? God damn it, you guys were supposed to be on save. Damn it. The Forbin just took a fucking torpedo. She's out. Get the fuck out. No, retreat, you idiot! Don't stop in the middle of a fucking battlefield! Best possible course out of here. Fucking hell! Jesus fucking Christ, you bastard, Phoenix T-11. You're dropping torpedoes on our own guys! I heard a torpedo hit over here. Yeah, the Carnot took a torpedo hit. That's annoying. That first blood of this campaign is because of a miscalculation, and more than likely we are going to lose several of our light cruisers because my torpedo boats decided to say, fuck it, let's just drop a bunch of torpedoes on our own guys. Before you guys go and end up doing the same thing, no shooting torpedoes. Usually I'm pretty chill with letting the ships just kind of shoot, but fuck whatever the fuck happened there. Six torpedo hits, by the way. 6, and I'm pretty sure majority of them were on friendly targets. Alright, heavy cruisers, I need you over here. Battleships, you need to turn around. That was so fucking stupid. First blood of this entire campaign, and it's fucking... God damn it. At the very least, we did more damage to them than they did to us, but for fuck's sake. Yeah, fucking lost the Milan because I had to go and help out with the fucking heavy cruisers, and considering what the fuck happened, what I saw when I went over there, I'm more than sure we lost the Milan to friendly fire. Also, Serbia is invading us in Bulgaria. Good luck with that, buddy. I can't launch another naval invasion yet, but Rhodes should be fairly easy to take. Fortunate we lost a ship. That's already a pretty bad start to this campaign. Against the Chinese. Oh, I forgot to look through the fucking list of shit to see if there was anything else going on. Oh, hey! An enemy squadron has appeared to fight my Brazilian squadron. Really, guys? That's the one you want to go up against. Yeah, they got us outgunned, but I think we got them outperformed, more or less. I think we got better systems and shit. Alright, I want you guys to follow the heavy cruisers. You guys follow the light cruisers. What's your cruising speed? 15? And these ones got a little bit of a weird makeover with their guns. Oh shit, they are turning this way. They want a piece of my light cruisers. Ah, shit, those are torpedoes. Incoming! Please, gang, avoid those torpedoes. Oh, for God's sake, they weren't even targeted at you idiots! Get back into formation. Shit. You guys are taking damage. Pull off. Damn it. We lost the pungle. Our best move might honestly be retreat from this situation. This is not ideal for us. We can definitely for sure do some damage, but there's a lot of enemies. How long are your torpedoes? Yeah, you guys should have more than enough range to be able to fire on that target. Like, he's basically a sitting duck at this point. Just blow him up. Ah, shit. Alright. You guys change targets. Those heavy cruisers are dealing a lot more damage than I would like. Light cruisers, how's it going on your end? Not as good. Not as good. Sharkbait, get over here and join up with the rest of the torpedo boats. Light cruisers, continue to just try to survive. New objective is to survive. And you need to withdraw. Oh, for God's sake, just go backwards. Hit it when they, when you set them to retreat and they have no idea where to go. You guys... Get in there. I don't know how many of you still have torpedoes left. In fact, only one of you actually has launchers loaded. I need you guys getting in there to close in on that heavy cruiser. Alright, the aerial has fired. Incoming enemy torpedoes. The Lince has fired. Shit, that was a heavy hit. The Pellead has fired. Alright, begin pulling back. Damn it, she's dodging. I don't think any of these are going to connect. Yeah, those are going to be misses. Fuck. We fired off another salvo. Fuck. Yeah, the aerial isn't holding together. Yeah, there she goes. Destroyer, I need you over here now. Light cruisers, how's it going? You are definitely not in the most ideal positions. You guys need to be focusing on the ships shooting at you, please. Shit, it's becoming a torpedo lance battle now. Well, that's one torpedo hit on that heavy cruiser. I don't think the Pellead is going to live to see it. Attempt to retreat from the battle. Where the fuck did those torpedoes come from? Don't tell me you launched all of your torpedoes. Don't tell me those are yours. Ow. Put that damn ship down. Shit, incoming torpedoes. Hard turn. Hard turn. Ugh. My light cruisers are not having a fun time right now. They are all literally running for their lives. Damn, even my favorite one's taken like severe beating. But yeah, the poor Brazilian squadron's gonna need some replacements after this. Cause that is just that's a lot of death. I'm gonna keep the Serena and the Yumori out here on the edge of the battle. so they can still provide supporting fire. Their big guns. Tama has suffered some heavy damage. Alright, can we just all switch over to AP? Please, can we just sink these bastards? Lince and the shark bacon are on their way to help. All they have left are their guns. Come on, guys. Just have to save our ships. Where's the squad lead of the light cruisers? There you are. Alright, who in the squad needs to begin withdrawing? You need to begin withdrawing. Don't tell me I paired you up with the wrong boat. Okay, I didn't pair you up with the wrong boat. Good. And you honestly need to start withdrawing too. No, don't turn into it. Okay, he barely managed to dodge it. How the hell do they still have torpedoes left? Oh, the Lince is out of ammo. You just go join up with the retreating squadron. Sharkbait is almost out of ammo. No, we lost the Serena. How? Fucking light cruiser torpedo managed to travel all the way over here and kill it. God damn it. The Yomori is the only heavy cruiser left on the field. God fucking damn it. It's always the 1930s. Every time that the 1930s. Everything hits the fan. The Brazilian squadron is basically no longer functional as a unit. They have suffered severe damage. Several ships have been lost. Like, they are barely alive at this point. That was one of our good heavy cruisers, too. Fuck. We don't have many. I'm pretty sure we only have like 3 of those, and now we only have 2. Her sisters will be very disappointed to have heard that she was destroyed. She served the Navy well, and she was a instrumental part to our campaigns for many years. She will be missed. Like many of the other ships have suffered similar fates recently. Yeah, they got 3 of us, but we got 11 of them, so that's at least something. I will agree to a peace treaty. because as long as I keep up my naval invasions, that won't happen for a while. Alright, so you are going to redeploy here to deal with the naval invasions going on. Where did your guys' forces go? Samaria? Yeah, it looks like they went to Samaria. Alright, you guys are going to go to Samaria for repairs. Because you guys are not doing too hot. We have a task force operation over here. Convoy operation over here. Portugal owns this ship, and I don't think this is one of mine. It's tempting. What time do we have left? Oh, we do not have much time left. We do have a torpedo boat ambush we can perform, but they just get killed. As we very much saw, they'll just get killed. We shall invade, where is this? Tripolitania. Now, why are we invading Africa first? Because, we can build up a lot of victory points here without crippling the, Chinese ability to fight a war. Which is very much what we need them to be able to do if we want to be able to get a bunch of ships out of it. Fuck, why'd I do that? I meant to hold off until next time to save some of those for next time. Fuck. Oh well. Yeah, that's probably some of the leftovers that were coming to probably bulk up that fleet that attacked the Brazilian squadron. Fucking bastards. Really did a number on us. Not only did we lose 2 light cruisers, we lost quite a few of our irreplaceable torpedo boats. And 1 irreplaceable heavy cruiser. We're gonna have to hope we can get as much of this fleet as we can from the Chinese, because I really do need a lot of ships to restock our stockpiles of warships. Which means we mostly will be engaging in conflict in Africa. We might take... we're probably going to take Thailand too, but I don't think we're going to take those islands off the coast of China. More because it's just... I don't want to prolong the conflict longer than it needs to. I already dropped the save. I forgot about that. Alright, let me find someone to raid you all off to. Let's see. Where to go? Where to send you all to? Haven't... I haven't rated this bean in a bit. Slash raid. There we go. Thank you for everyone that stuck around to the end of today's stream. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to check the Discord down below to stay up to date with all the shit that goes on. Know when I go live. Chat with me off stream. Vote on the polls that determine what we do on the channel. Don't forget to check out the YouTube channel to watch all the VODs that get uploaded Friday through Monday, same time every week, unless I forget about it. And don't forget to check out the Blue Sky to have an hour way of knowing when I go live. Once again, thank you to everyone that stuck around to the end of today's stream. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope to see you all next time. Goodbye, so long, and hopefully I will see you next time. Enjoy the person I'm sending you all off to. Goodbye, everyone.